Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2026 Okaloosa Schools Academic Tournament. This year we have 7 schools from Okaloosa County going head-to-head in a double elimination tournament format. These standout students will be displaying their knowledge of math, science, history, fine arts and literature, pop culture, and more to determine our tournament champion for 2026. I'm your host and moderator, Stella Verswyvelt. Lisa Nall will be our timekeeper and scorekeeper, while Alexa Castle will serve as our chief judge and make the final decision on all things official. Alexa Castle is a native of Niceville, Florida. She received her Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Florida and a Master's of Systems Engineering from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. She currently works on Eglin Air Force Base in the Range Support Squadron as a Target Systems Engineer. Her team is responsible for providing land, maritime, and threat system targets for test and training activities on Eglin. Today's teams are from Baker High School and Rocky Bayou Christian School. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our different Okaloosa County schools, and then we'll be back shortly to introduce our coaches and our team members. Stand by. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and introduce our coaches and team members for today's match. From Baker High School, our coach is Beverly Burke, and the students are
Gavin Barnhill, senior.
Aiden Miller, senior.
Ken Hawley, sophomore.
Renee Gilliland, sophomore.
And from Rocky Bayou Christian School, our coaches are Dr. Michael Mosley, Julie Mosley, and the students are
Rosemary Pace, junior.
Colt Stevens, senior.
Nolan Weisberg, junior.
Samuel Hess, senior.
Okay, and now we'll begin the match. Toss-up question number 1. The subject is grammar. In formal writing, this grammatical consistency ensures that all parts of a sentence follow the same structure and logical form. Violations often occur in lists or comparisons.
Parallelism.
Yes, that is
I was
correct.
thinking that one too.
All right, bonus A. What term describes a sentence that contains one independent clause and at least one dependent clause?
Complex, yeah. Complex.
That's correct. Bonus B. What type of dependent clause begins with words like although, because, or when and expresses a relationship of time, cause, or contrast?
I was thinking like subordinating.
Yeah, well, that's like a subordinating. I think it's adverb, right?
Adverb? Okay.
It wouldn't be temporal.
Yeah. Adverb?
Yeah, I think that's correct. Adverbial clause. Adverbial clause is what we were looking for. Toss-up number 2. The subject is science. According to Newton mechanics, this quantity equals 1/2 the product of an object's mass and the square of its velocity.
Kinetic energy.
That's correct. What is the SI unit of both kinetic energy and work?
Kinetic energy is joules.
Yeah. Joules?
That's correct. Bonus B. If a car doubles its speed, by what factor does its kinetic energy increase?
4
times. 4 times?
That's correct. Toss-up number 3. The subject is literature. This 1922 novel by Irish writer James Joyce chronicles a single day in the life of Leopold Bloom as he wanders through Dublin. Celebrated...
Dubliners?
That is not correct. I'll repeat the entire question for Baker, okay? This 1922 novel by Irish writer James Joyce chronicles a single day in the life of Leopold Bloom as he wanders through Dublin. Celebrated for its linguistic experimentation and parallels to the Odyssey, it stands as one of the defining works of literary modernism. Name this landmark novel.
Time.
Okay, the answer was Ulysses. Ulysses. All right, toss-up number 4. The subject is math. A particle moves along a straight line so that its velocity at time t is given by v of t equals 3t squared minus 6t plus 2. The particle is at position x equals 4 when t equals 0. Find the particle's position function x of t by integrating velocity with respect to time.
T cubed minus 3t squared plus 2t plus 4.
That is correct. Bonus A. What is the constant of integration typically denoted by when integrating an indefinite integral?
C.
Yeah.
C.
Yes, that is correct. And bonus B. If v of t equals dx over dt, what calculus operation gives the particle's acceleration function a of t?
Yeah.
Derivative.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. Toss-up question number 5. This subject is pop culture. Released in 2010, this science fiction thriller directed by Christopher Nolan features a team that infiltrates dreams to...
Buzz.
Inception.
Yes, that is correct. What composer created the film's distinctive time-bending score, including the piece Time?
Hans Zimmerman.
Can you repeat that?
Hans Zimmerman.
No, it's Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer, I'm sorry. Bonus B. What shared dream technology is used by the characters to synchronize their subconscious states?
It's the top, isn't it? The top.
No, it's passive device. Portable, automated, somnolent, intravenous. Okay. Toss-up number 6. The subject is grammar. This linguistic term describes a single word created by blending parts of 2 or more words, often...
Conjunction.
That is not correct. I'll repeat the entire question for Rocky, okay? This linguistic term describes a single word created by blending parts of 2 or more words, often combining their sounds and meanings. Common in modern English, it produces forms like smog from smoke and fog, or brunch from breakfast and lunch. Such coinages reveal the language's flexibility and creativity. Identify this process of word formation.
Amalgamation.
That is not correct. We were looking for portmanteau. Portmanteau. Okay, toss-up number 7. The subject is science. The modern periodic table arranges elements by this integer, which corresponds to the number of protons in the nucleus. It determines the element's identity and its place.
Atomic number.
That is correct. Bonus A. What Russian chemist is credited with creating the first version of the periodic table in 1869?
Dmitry Mendeleev.
That's correct. Bonus B. Which scientist's experiments using alpha particles led to the discovery of the atomic nucleus?
Millikan's.
Isn't it Sir Gilbert something?
Like Gilbert.
I think it's Gilbert something.
Okay.
Just go
I might go with Millikan.
No, it was Ernest Rutherford. Okay, toss-up number 8. The subject is math. In analytic geometry, the distance between 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, can be found by taking the square root of the sum of the squares of the differences in their coordinates. This formula derives from the Pythagorean theorem and is...
Slope-intercept form.
That is not correct. I'll repeat the question for Rocky, okay? In analytic geometry, the distance between 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, can be found by taking the square root of the sum of the squares of the differences in their coordinates. This formula derives from the Pythagorean theorem and is fundamental to Euclidean space. Identify this measure of separation between 2 points.
Distance formula.
That is correct. Bonus A. What is the midpoint of the segment connecting the points x1, y1, and x2, y2?
Midpoint, so it's like
So x1 plus x2 over 2
divided
and
by
y.
Yeah.
Okay. x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2.
That is correct. Bonus B, in three-dimensional space, what additional coordinate is included in the distance formula?
I think it's
Z.
Yeah.
Z coordinate.
Yes, that is correct. All right, toss-up number 9. The subject is history. Formed in 1949 as a collective defense pact.
NATO.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus A. What 1955 alliance was created by the Soviet Union in response to NATO?
I defer to Gavin.
Warsaw Pact.
That is correct. Bonus B. Which article of the NATO Charter states that an attack on one member is considered an attack on all?
Defer to Gavin.
Article 13.
No, it was Article 5. Article 5. Okay, toss-up number 10. The subject is pop culture. Premiering in 2016, this Netflix series blends...
Stranger Things.
That is correct. What band's 1985 song, Running Up That Hill, surged back to popularity in 2022 after appearing in Stranger Things Season 4?
Kate Bush.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B. What Dungeons and Dragons creature inspires the name of the show's first season monster?
The Demogorgon.
Yes, that is also correct. That's the end of the first half. We'll be back with the score after these messages. Welcome back. We have a halftime score of Rocky 135 and Baker 50. Both teams have substitutions, and at this time, Rocky will introduce their new students.
Alejandro Alvarez, senior.
And now Baker.
Michael Richards, senior.
Talia Costner, junior.
Okay, we'll continue the match with toss-up number 11. The subject is science. This enzyme unwinds the DNA double helix ahead of the replication fork, relieving torsional strain and enabling complementary base pairing by DNA polymerase. Its action prevents supercoiling that could halt replication. Identify this enzyme essential to DNA replication.
Misase.
That is not correct. Baker, do you have an answer? Okay, the answer we were looking for is helicase. Helicase. Okay, toss-up number 12. The subject is fine arts. Completed in 1929 outside Barcelona, this pavilion by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe embodies minimalist design through glass, steel, and marble planes arranged with geometric precision. Its open plan and less is more aesthetic influenced modern architecture for decades. Identify this iconic structure of the international style.
Sagrada Familia.
That is not correct. Baker? Okay, the answer was Barcelona Pavilion. Okay, toss-up number 13. The subject is religion. Observed by Muslims worldwide, this annual month of fasting...
Ramadan.
That's correct. Bonus A. What festival marks the end of Ramadan with communal prayer and charitable giving?
Passover.
That is not correct. It's Eid al-Fitr. Bonus B. What Arabic term refers to the nightly meal that breaks the fast each day during Ramadan?
No answer.
The answer was iftar. Iftar. Okay, toss-up number 14. The subject is math. For a triangle whose adjacent side measures 5 units and whose hypotenuse measures 13 units, this ratio becomes 5/13. Identify this trigonometric function.
Cosine.
That's correct. Bonus A. Using the fundamental Pythagorean identity, what is the value of the expression cosine theta squared plus sine theta squared?
1, yeah. 1.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B, what is the reciprocal trigonometric function of cosine?
Secant theta. Or just secant?
Just
Sorry.
secant.
Secant.
Yes, that is also correct. Toss-up 15, the subject is pop culture. Launched in 2008 from Sweden, this digital platform revolutionized music consumption by
Spotify.
That's correct. Bonus A, what end-of-year feature visualizes each user's top songs, artists, and genres for social sharing?
Spotify Wrapped.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B, name the Swedish entrepreneur who co-founded the company and remains its CEO.
No answer.
Daniel Ek. Daniel Ek. All right, toss-up number 16. The subject is mythology. In Norse mythology, this event foretells
Ragnarok.
Yes, that's correct. What wolf is destined to devour Odin during Ragnarok?
Defer to Gavin.
Fenrir.
That's also correct. And bonus B, what ship made from the fingernails of the dead will carry the forces of chaos to the final battle?
No answer.
Okay, the answer is Naglfar. All right, toss-up 17. The subject is technology. Its Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy rockets have supplied the International Space Station, and its Starship program aims to enable interplanetary travel. Founded by Elon Musk.
SpaceX.
That is correct. Bonus A. What spacecraft built by SpaceX carries astronauts to and from the International Space Station?
No answer. Eagle 9.
No, the answer was Crew Dragon. Crew Dragon. Bonus B. From what coastal facility in South Texas does SpaceX conduct Starship test launches?
Galveston.
No, the facility name.
Kennedy.
No, it's Starbase. Starbase is what we were looking for. All right, toss-up 18. The subject is history. Centered on the island of Crete, this Bronze Age civilization flourished.
The Mycenaeans.
No. No, that is not correct. I'll repeat the question for Rocky, okay? Centered on the island of Crete, this Bronze Age civilization flourished from roughly 2600 to 1100 BCE and was known for its palace at Knossos, advanced plumbing, and maritime trade. Named for a legendary king associated with the Minotaur, it influenced later Greek culture. Identify this early Aegean civilization.
Minoan.
That's correct. What later Greek civilization succeeded the Minoans and fought in the Trojan War?
That's Mycenaeans. Yeah.
Mycenaeans.
Mycenaeans.
That's correct. And bonus B, what undeciphered script found on Minoan artifacts remains one of archaeology's enduring mysteries?
Rosetta Stone. I thought that was in Egypt.
That's
I don't know. Enigma.
Okay. No, the answer is linear A. Linear A. All right, toss-up 19. The subject is science. This physical law states that entropy in an isolated system always increases over time, making natural processes irreversible. It explains why heat flows from hot to cold and underlies the concept of time's arrow. Identify this fundamental scientific law.
Law of conduction.
That is not correct. Rocky, do you have an answer?
The law of entropy.
That is not correct. It's the second law of thermodynamics. Okay. Toss-up 20. The subject is sports/pop culture. Selected first overall in the 2003 NBA draft.
LeBron James.
That's right. What franchise did LeBron James win his first 2 NBA championships?
The Miami Heat.
That is correct. Bonus B, what 2020 championship team led by LeBron played its decisive series inside the NBA's COVID-19 bubble?
The 2020 Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes, that is correct. All right, that's the end of the match. We'll be back in a moment with our final score. We have a final score of Baker 135, Rocky 185. Thank you to all the students who participated in today's match, and thank you for our viewers to tuning in to watch this exciting event. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Microsystems Incorporated and Master Wall Incorporated. Stay tuned next time for further tournament action. Thank you and good night.